Oh, ahoy, hoy, and back. Welcome to Burning Wheel Full Cast Edition. We
And back
are,
welcome.
and back welcome. The whole cast is here again, and they are ready to get along and be successful.
Is that how
That's the
Burning Wheel
plan.
works?
That's the plan going into every session. We'll see how long it takes them to have different ideas. But
It's really up to the dice.
we will go and do bits. It has been a hot second since some of you have actually played your characters, so let's do full bits. We also have some new, well, we have new beliefs. We also have one new instinct. So,
Whose? Mine?
We have a new instinct. Oh my gosh.
oh, it starts
You
with
guys, you don't even know.
Hazel. Now I have to make sure I didn't miss Brother Wirt having a new instinct and that I forgot to copy it.
Mine's barely new. Okay, my beliefs are: I must be reunited with Ash, who is my brother that we left in Hochen. So we can interrogate the bee man. That's not written into my belief. I'm just recapping because we haven't seen him in ages. The bee man has the answers, so we must talk to him. The spirit of summer must be claimed by my hand. If I hold the key to this troop's goal, I can ensure they help me first. And Brother Wirt has earned my trust. I must fulfill my promise to him and return to the machine to free his friends. My instincts are always present a facade of weakness to strangers, always defer to Ash's or, in a pinch, Brother Wirt's opinion when making difficult decisions together, and always cast the fear when threatened.
Perfect. We don't need to do trade. Those stay the same.
They take forever.
Ada.
Okay, so really only one new belief and one returning belief. New belief: I will safeguard Hazel and the flower as we make our way towards Hochen. That flower must reach the forge. The very last material for this sword, though, is red gems. I will try to find rubies, but I'm a practical lady, and perhaps garnets will do in a pinch.
So many
Number
pinches.
3. I'm worried that Duchess is gonna come out. I bet she's got some clicky clacky nails and she's pinch my teeth, my cheeks, and make a mess. Okay, so the Duchess was here and now has disappeared. We need to locate her or at least find out if she is still nearby. Instincts: I will make sure evil is punished for its misdeeds. 2, traveling is a dangerous business. I always have an eye out for incoming trouble. And 3, I will pursue the study of ancient artifacts regardless of my own safety. Oh, I'm assuming our secret mistrust all men is gone now.
Yes. That is. You can still do it if you want, but it's gone.
Do I get persona for it?
No, but you could make Connor sad, which is persona.
And Ragaire.
Okay, speaking of, Brother Wirt.
Beliefs. We have quite a bit that shifted around here. So Hazel and I must discover if there's any danger latent in this consorb. The spirit in the flower is how Ada will craft Summer Song, and we must remove it from the town safely. Clotho was successful in his summoning of Odelia and Lucas. Ash had beat her, found him since we left. The only way to know is to find him now too. Instincts, a minor switch up. My faith in the lady is steadfast. I will always stand my ground when defending the weak and fighting injustice. And when someone asks for advice, long parables of the saints always have nuggets of gold.
Okay. Sarah, Ragaire, I was going to say something, but then I realized it would have been mean, so I decided not to say it. But I want you to know that I opted not to.
Oh, no.
Good on you.
Yeah, I'll tell you anyway. Instead of saying last but not least, I was going to say and least but not last, but then that wouldn't have worked because you are last, so.
It's too late now. Well,
also, one of the more
note,
competent people in the group, Ragaire.
My belief is that Logan's picking on me. I will use Roadwise at every opportunity to drive him insane. No.
A just recompense.
My belief, it's same as usual. There's a lot going on. Underwater abbeys, flaming stones, magic circles, and bone backpacks. I should investigate how all this ties together by going back to Hochen first and then Strawbit's Manor. Then second belief is the Duchess is still our main threat. I should investigate where she went before we happen upon her or Henry. And finally, after slaying the demon husk, I feel better than ever. I shouldn't let my friends know I got a wound. It's probably not a big deal. I'll investigate it on my own.
Love that.
And what are your instincts?
I never wait for backup. I only draw my sword once all other possibilities have been exhausted. After all, once my sword is drawn, my enemy must perish. And I never take orders from anyone except my liege.
I always
Right.
forget you have a bone backpack.
Yeah.
My trait is bone backpack.
Yep.
It's a small
It's a
kid.
call on
It's
for
the remains
spooky.
of town. It could be anybody.
Okay, we're going to mix it up tonight for recap. Hazel, what happened to Ragaire last time?
What happened to Ragaire
Oh.
last time? Ragaire met an old religious figure who probably should be dead. Ragaire wrote some runes in blood very competently, and then
Mhm.
also performed his part of the ritual very competently.
Perfect.
I'm
Now let's
feeling a little
let's contrast
targeted
that.
right now.
Brother Wirt, what happened to Ada last session?
Ada was very hesitant to do anything. Found a old lady that we met in passing one time, I think, in the town, and tried to like make her the most important figure in this ritual, and generally didn't do anything to beat a demon husk.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, Ada, what happened to Brother Wirt last time?
Brother Wirt did jack shit until the very end.
As is tradition.
It's tradition.
Sometimes you don't do jack shit at the end, but Logan narratively makes something happen to make things go forward.
Mhm,
Now, I felt like Wirt was very calm, cool, and collected for the most part. Had some interesting theories about some statues that were part statue, part human. Did unfortunately fail a lot of rolls, so it was a struggle for a bit, and then succeeded on quite a large faith roll to get out of a strange underwater. Well, actually, to get rid of a demon, and then they escaped the underwater abbey they were in.
mhm.
So
And Ragaire, or Sarah, what happened to Hazel last time?
Hazel got to go visit her childhood in a way that most people wish didn't happen.
Yeah.
She found out that she lived in this spooky manor that got a lot spookier since she had been there. There was a lot of frozen statues of people, which were kind of appearing and out of thin air. And she found an apocalypse machine,
Mm-hmm.
and found some bees had been involved in appearing and disappearing people from this place, and then she broke the barrier, or the barrier broke around the abbey, and they all reverse swam up to the surface.
Perfect. Okay. And so, Ragaire and Ada are in the center of town after they completed a reverse summoning ritual and slew the husk that remained of Eridos, the demon who was impersonating the countess of the town. They were aided by one Glasman, who was sort of leading the ritual. And they have two other people with them. One of them is the Duchess, Sonia Antonov, and
Countess?
the Countess,
Countess,
Sonia
yeah.
Antonov, and then Olya, the wise woman who helped them with the ritual. Everyone else in the town has seemingly disappeared.
And
The other two,
Godzamira, right?
oh, and Godzamira, yep, hanging around as always. Um, the other two were in the underwater abbey after they shrank a demon down to a little orb, put him in a bottle, and then the underwater abbey began to flood, and they experienced drowning before they woke up on top of the ice, which remained undisturbed. So they had somehow gone through and then gone back up. Um, I don't remember if we put you in the center of town last time, but we're going to narratively start you on the ice. You don't know how much time has passed. It is early morning-ish, but you don't know how many days it's been. You look over at the town that looks the same as you're like getting your like bearings and like blinking away and getting some of the water off of you. You know, this is like orb, like these lights over the town that seems to be forming a dome. And it lasts but a brief second. You hear like a hollowy scream of an echo, otherworldly, piercing across the lake, and then that disappears. And you were just left out on the ice.
Huh.
Strangely silent.
Yeah,
Not
there's
quite
no
silent.
like plumes of smoke, flame coming from the town, or anything like that. Nothing. There's no
Nope.
gigantic demon standing in the middle now.
Well, you do notice that the building where that used to be the Countess's manor is a husk. There are still flames, but they're sort of
Mhm.
you can see the remnants of a burning building. It's not currently like a raging inferno, but it's still smoldering a little bit.
I think that was
Otherwise,
burning when we left. That's fine. That's
yeah.
not
Otherwise, the
news.
town looks normal.
Good
I think
sign.
that's
Means you
almost
haven't been gone
more
long.
concerning.
Yeah. Do you still have the orb?
I
Or
hold out the bottle of.
Perfect.
I don't even know what it used to be, but it's a bottle. It has a little swing top cap.
Perfect. Okay, good. I guess we should go into town. Can sneak.
Let's go slowly. Yes. Don't just run into town. I want to like approach from the opposite side of the Duchess's or the Countess's manor.
You guys are on the ice. There's not really anything to hide behind, but you sort of scoot your way along to the other side of the town and make your way up, unseen as you approach the shore.
Just listening for people, animal sounds, anything going on. Is there still the dome of heat around the town? Any
Yes,
signs
so
that things are different?
the dome of warm temperature is still around the town. You are listening. You don't hear a lot. There's maybe some, not even wildlife noises. It's
I
just
think you hear a voice that you remember. Because if you come to right after the reverse summoning,
Mhm.
I believe Ada shouted at Ragaire. And there was also a husk situation.
Mhm.
And then also shouted to find the other people once she realized no one was left in the town.
So you might hear some indistinct shouting that you can recognize as Ada, but you're probably a little too far to hear the exact word that she's using. But
Right.
I think Ada's in
Ada's a
trouble.
loud woman. She's always.
It's louder than normal, and I would say it sounds distressed. We should probably hurry.
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, double time into town. I don't know where to start, but basically just
We'll just go to the
sweep it
center of
top
town,
to bottom.
probably, right? Like, make sure the flower's still there. That's important.
Mhm.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Yep,
Lead on,
you
Hazel.
follow one of the utility roads to the center of town, and
Service
you
road.
a service road. I'm sorry, I misspoke. How embarrassing.
Are you wide in roses? I mean, wise in road. Roads.
Perfect. You come into the center of town as the other two are sort of coming back together after having found the Countess, Godzamira, and Olga, and realizing that Glosman has disappeared. Godzamira was the one telling you that she found this. Was it a pendant, some type of jewelry that he had worn? Ada had inspected it, looking for signs of corruption, finding none. And then that is when we'll have the other two sort of trudge into the center of town, reuniting the cast as one.
Are they soaking wet or are they magically dry?
They're damp.
Okay.
Mildly damp.
Ada, are you okay?
Ada looks over at you and she's like, I'm okay. Where have you two been?
Oh, that's a long story.
What was this dome in the air that we just saw? What happened?
That was a
It was a ritual and it went really well.
maybe
Look, I killed a
too
demon.
well.
Since when did anybody learn how to do rituals?
Well, we didn't. Glousman came. He must be an elf because
What?
he looked really good for his age.
He wasn't an elf, but he did kind of know his stuff. I don't know. He was a bit of a shifty fellow. I'm not sure if I really liked him that much. But anyways, we got some help. We found Godzamira. Godzamira does a little nod. She, you know, we're always finding good help wherever we can. Anyways, did a ritual, unsummoned an unsummoning. Reverse summoning? I can't remember. It's very
Reverse, it was
confusing.
reverse summoning. Yeah,
It was
That
that's
reverse
doesn't
summoning.
sound real.
No. It wasn't a banishment? That's not the word you're looking for?
no reverse
No,
summoning.
reverse
that's
summoning.
The
It was
technical
very
term.
specific.
I know a lot about rituals, and that doesn't sound like a real ritual.
You don't have a ritual to swim.
The old man was quite adamant that it was not a banishment ritual.
It was a
let's
reverse summoning.
let's go back to that for a second. Glossman? As in the
Glossman.
saint? Who died like 4,000 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Was
he
he-
didn't look 4,000 years old, so
He wouldn't tell us how many minutes old he was, but yeah. And then I feel like
I
he could
mean,
have just
we'll show
been
you the
named
pendant.
after him.
he was just a regular man, from what I could
Oh.
tell.
Yeah, he was just said he was hunting this demon.
Yeah, he was the famed demon hunter, apparently.
Hmm.
The demon killed his
Strange
son.
persona to adopt,
And
at any rate. Who knows? Maybe it's like Michael, where he's from. It could be anything.
I mean, this is his. I think Ada has it, but Godzilla will point out the pendant.
It's a trinket to me these days.
Trinket,
Yeah, I'll
yeah.
pass it to him. I'll be like, he was of your faith, so if this means anything to you, and hands it over.
Oh, that's very interesting. It is the utmost of sacrilege to name yourself or your children after a saint. This
He
man
was a
not of our
strange
faith.
guy.
He wasn't. No, he could not have been of our fate.
I'm like, well, what about this? And then I draw the symbols because I learned them so well. I'll draw the symbols that we had to do with my sword in the snow.
Oh,
Or in the
can
dirt.
I try to identify the symbols
Yeah,
with symbology?
brother, Wirt, make a roll a d6 as well.
Okay. Of course, it's a 1.
Perfect. Oh, I have to give you an ob. I was like, come on, I'm waiting on your roll. Ooh, a little rusty. Okay, symbology.
My intent is to figure out if they would actually be used for sorcery.
A reverse summoning.
For sorcery.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's what I've been saying that sorceries were.
Yes. Okay. Where? What? How does the alphabet work?
The same way it always has.
Ob4.
Up 4. Jesus.
Whoa. Obscure religious symbols. Ob4.
Okay.
It's not a
Man.
quick challenging test if you need it.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Tasty challenging.
fork.
You can fork in sorcery,
Okay.
ancient and obscure history, doctrine. Are the things it recommends.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want help with doctrine?
Perfect. I'll fork in sorcery, obscure history, foreign history, astrology, and I'll take help.
There you go.
That one, Connor?
Yes. If only I could persuade these words.
Okay, this is gonna be. You said op 4.
Ada's just like, they're just a bunch of symbols. I don't understand what the big fuss is about.
Ew, okay,
Yeah.
Oh,
then this is
Whoa.
astrology. 2 out of 4.
You have a call on. You can use it on the first roll, maybe. What is it? Homesick?
No. Well, I do
Oh.
have homesick, but I have amnesiac, but I don't want to use it.
Okay. You don't really have any recollection of these symbols. They're not any type of arcane magic you've ever seen before. And you've studied more than a beginner's amount of symbols.
Ragaire's like, imagine this, but with blood.
Oh,
Does that help?
But in a good way, not a bad way. um. Anyways, the reverse summoning was successful, and the demon's not here anymore. Thanks to Ragaire.
Grave said bye.
And us. Graves said bye. I don't know if he's opening a restaurant somewhere else anymore. Anyways, it's beside the point. Ada kind of like gathers both of you, really puts her big arms around you, gathers you in close. She's like, so the summoning was a little too successful. The reverse summoning, we reverse summoned the entire town except for these 2 people.
what?
Along with Clauslin, I guess. So they're all gone. I don't know where.
Wait, why not them? Why are they still here?
Because they were
They were
helping with the
part of the
ritual.
ritual.
I see.
They were outside of the ritual, I
Oh.
guess.
Wirt just like walks
But
up to
they're
a window and kind of peeks
in
in
a better
little
place
bit.
now?
Yeah, there's no one in the building.
I don't know if you can say that.
It was a questionable statement. That's why I said it that way.
Well, where did this reverse summoning summon them to?
Didn't ask questions, just accepted orders.
Reversed it out of here.
Graves didn't say where he was going.
Nope.
Nope. He's a
Hmm.
man of few words or a lot of words that don't matter. Anyways, we're about to take the thing that makes this place a nice place to live in anyways. So we should probably just take them with us.
Or we can drop
Um,
them off and use on.
In Yuzon? With the
Yuzon
pile
needs
of
a
rotting...
new noble, doesn't Yuzon?
Yuzon does need a new noble.
It does, actually. 2 birds, 1 stone. And everyone needs a new wise woman for the town.
You guys didn't see anything of the Duchess wherever it was that you went on your long story journey.
Nope, no
Actually,
Duchess.
yeah, what
No.
the hell happened to you guys?
Okay, so imagine, if you will, the Abbey in Hochen, but underwater. Except the water inside is still air, but the water outside is kept out. And everybody inside the Abbey
So
is a
you
statue.
swimming inside?
No, we're still walking inside, but when you were in the water, you couldn't swim. There was a fish.
I have a strong
Bad fish.
imagination, but you're losing me.
There's
Yeah,
one bad fish.
One bad fish.
One bad fish.
Inside
Was awful.
was bad. There was sounds of lots of voices, and
Brother
were all
Wirt's sister
illusory?
was there, and her eyes were real, but her body was fake.
yes, that's true.
How
I
did
just-
you get down there?
I don't know. It was either
You didn't
the will
do
of Our Lady,
anything?
or it was the trickery of a demon.
Oh,
I
another
think,
demon.
yeah, this seems to be connected to the rest of what's going on here, I would imagine. Let me just hit you with the highlights, okay? I think Morrine and Alden were captured by the consort and maybe trapped in mirrors under the water in this abbey. Also, I have a demon in a jar.
What?
This is the
Do
consort.
you show the jar?
Yeah, I'm holding the little. It's like a mason jar, I'm guessing, like with a little flip top. Here you go. Like, rattle it just a tiny little bit.
Why are you keeping it? Just unsummon it. Banish it.
Reverse summon it.
Well, if I could have unsummoned it and reverse summoned it when I knew there was a reverse summoning happening here, I would have just included it in that process, but wasn't informed of that.
Okay. Well, that's fine, I guess. Though I don't know if we should be keeping it with us.
Does
Do you want to set it loose?
Just bury it in the ground.
it still look like a little marble?
Okay. So, are you looking at
What
it
does it
closely?
look like?
I
Yeah,
want to look at this
let's
closely.
inspect it. as a
Okay.
group.
So it's not a solid marble. It looks like thick black liquid. But it's inside of like what appears to be a glass shell, but there's no actual shell. It's just like as you move it around, like the liquid looks like it's staying inside of this little marble, but there's no actual marble there.
Ooh.
So I have a vial of black blood, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes.
In comparison to the black blood, like it used to magnetically be pulled in certain directions. Is it
Mhm.
reacting at all to this marble?
Not at surface level. You can do it. I think it'll take a little more intensive like observation and research to get much information out of the orb and the liquid and how
The
they interact.
comparison of the two.
Yeah.
Is this like a consort Tide Pod?
Yeah, but it's like perfectly round.
Okay,
And the
it's
liquid
like
seems to it's not full all the way, so like the liquid has like a little
Mm.
bit of like headspace when it's like sloughing around.
Like-
Every once in a while you think like you see it split into like a little mouth and then go back.
consort popping boba.
Ugh.
The ultimate bubble tea is waiting to happen right before us.
Brother
One
Wirt,
bubble to rule them all.
please make an Ob 1 doctrine.
One doctrine. Whew, thank goodness.
Oh, this little trinket that you've been holding this whole time, you look at it and you realize it looks like every depiction of Saint Clausman that has ever been been made that has ever been made that you have seen. He's had like his trinket that is a ward that he uses, and it's just like become his symbol. This looks exactly like that.
Hmm.
Who's a cosplayer?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Time to believe, Brother Wirt.
I remain highly skeptical. I see no reason a person should be alive for 4,000 years.
I don't know
Fair.
what you're talking about. Anyways,
Maybe
we
he
have a more
answered your
pressing
prayer.
issue. We need to get that flower to Hochen, and we need to find out where the Duchess is. And we have company.
Whole
Hazel
posse.
turns to the three women.
There's quite the array of emotions happening there. Sonia's just sort of dazed and like slumped down, staring at her feet. She can at least stand at this point. Olya is like looking around, constantly looking like she's surprised, and then she'll be concerned, and then she'll be like, oh, and then look somewhere else. Every once in a while, she sees Ada and is like, and then she gets distracted, but she's sort of standing in line. And then you have Godzimira, who's just glaring at all of you, tapping her foot expectantly.
Okay, well, you all figure out the traveling plans. I'll go talk to my flower friend.
Perfect. Okay,
Hmm.
Ada looks at these three women in various states of distress, I guess, and says, Well, thank you, everyone, for your help. Godsmira, lovely to see you as always. You're always free to do whatever you like, because you're a knight. But we're going to be traveling to Hochen, and I think it is advisable, at least, that Olya and the Countess come with us. Because there's not much left in this town, and I don't want to go into that too deeply.
Yes, I've noticed that you seem to have overlooked the fact that nobody lives here anymore. But I'll be accompanying these two
mean-
women because you seem to have an aura of trouble around you, and I do not want to see them harmed.
Because you were
Gain
not
the trait
just,
aura of trouble.
chilling in Yuzon where it was a happy, lucky, go fun place without doing anything. But it's fine. You know what, Godsmira? I respect you. I don't like you, but I respect you.
Good.
Sure. You're welcome to come along. We always need the help. In the meantime, we're gonna make this town even more inhospitable. Ada's gonna go follow Hazel.
Hey, Hazel, what are you doing?
I'm gonna approach this flower, but not like too close, and then I'm gonna
Mhm.
talk to it. I'm gonna be like, "Hello, flower. Noblest of magic flower spirits. Are you gonna hurt me? Because I really am. I'm pretty tired, and it's been a long day, and I can't really make a shield. But I'd like to talk to you."
Check of some type.
It's a really strong opener.
um. Observation.
Make an active check of some type. Something where you're doing something rather than passively observing.
What do I have? Oh, etiquette.
Sure. Do
Perfect.
2?
Uh-huh.
It's not too hard to practice fake etiquette in front of an empty building, so
Okay, I'm gonna do a linked test with astrology.
okay, perfect.
I'm sorry, you're a summer sign? We don't really get along all that well.
Okay. And then any of the rest of this good? I don't think so. Oh, I got 2 6s. Yeah. I can get more than +1, right? Or is that
Probably. Oh,
no?
No.
Okay.
Linked tests can only give a positive +1 at most.
Okie dokie.
a different game when Sean's not here to enforce the rules as written.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else.
Okay. Nice, nice. Do you have a 6?
I do have a 6. Sure. Can't have the most. Wait.
Nice. Okay. So, yeah, you walk me through again. This you're coming into this
Mhm.
thing and show us how you display your etiquette to this flower.
I walk up to the flower, and I think about just going up and like, what's the worst thing that could happen? I'm like, no, that's probably a bad idea because it burst into flame before and it was really powerful. But I can't do that. So instead I'm going to try to treat it like I treated Sonia when I went fake Sonia when I went to her
Mhm.
house.
Okay.
So I'm gonna like come up and curtsy to it and talk really nice at it and like use all kinds of like flowery mannerisms.
Mhm.
Um basically just treat it like Like a person of power, yeah, Sonia.
Okay. So this pond has been still, no matter what is happening around it, no matter how windy it is, when the building is on fire, not a ripple in this water. You notice the plant is like it shifts a little bit, and you like hear the water gently moving around in this pond, and it's almost like it's beckoning to you.
Flower, I hope I'm not reading too much into
Hmm.
I'll go up I'll go up to it and did I touch it before?
No, I don't believe so.
I just went up close to it. Okay.
Hmm.
Hello, flower, spirit, summer spirit.
As you get close to it, Ada's walking up. Ada, you're about to cross the threshold, and then just fire engulfs the vision in front of you, and you take a step back. Um, Hazel, you see just this flower erupt into flames all around you. You think it's a nice, comfortable, warm, maybe like in a sauna, but you are looking around like you can see the smoke sort of trailing up a little bit from your clothes. You seem unharmed, and there's just this like flame-ish figure that sort of takes a form in front of you, and it's like, oh, you've come back.
I fall to the ground. I'm like, Spirit, I did not deserve you. Please don't hurt me.
Oh, you can stand up, please.
Okay, stand up. Right. Okay. Yeah, I did come
Why
back.
would I hurt you?
I don't know.
You think that's like me? To hurt somebody?
No.
Okay.
I was just nervous, is all.
It doesn't suit you. You should be
Okay.
more confident.
Okay, I'll take that into account.
Okay.
Anyway, both of your demon problems are gone.
Both.
There's one in the lake, I guess.
The lake is not my domain.
Okay, well, we could there's two demons that are gone now, and one of them was yours.
How can I be certain?
You said you could sense it.
Yes. But how can I be certain? There's a little husk over there. I see it right there.
Do you want to go look at the husk? Cause
No.
it's gone.
I just need your word, I guess.
In
Yeah,
the
it's
distance, you see Ragaire hacking at this.
look. How
You say
can
the
it?
problem is solved, but your friend seems to be
Oh,
continually solving it.
I mean, he's just making sure that it's extra
Mm,
solved for your benefit.
okay, that makes sense, I guess. But if you're certain, I guess I can be certain that you probably wouldn't lie to me, but you might misspeak.
Okay,
Anyway, what do you need of me?
you're gonna come with us. Remember, you're gonna be a super
Ah,
powerful sword.
I did always want to be a
Yeah,
sword. Well, what will the people of this town do then?
you don't have to worry about. They're in a better place.
Okay, if you say so. How will we be traveling?
By foot, but it won't take that long.
Hmm,
Do
okay.
you have a better way?
No, I don't often
I
leave.
mean, you don't have to travel by foot because you don't have feet, I assume. But I can take you with me. You can see the
Okay,
world before you become a sword and see even more of the world.
I'm not interested.
Oh, you won't see the world. You'll be sheathed. You'll be blind.
Okay. Well, you may scoop my physical form.
You may scoop me.
Thank you for such a blessing. What do you have a name?
Spring.
Spring. Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was your real name.
Yeah,
Good enough. Okay, perfect. Scoop,
come on, scoop.
scoop.
Perfect. As you reach down and sort of scoop this flower, all of the fire just goes into the fire or the flower. And what was once just like a normal like pink lily is now like a lily, but the petals are like flame.
That's cool. I turn around. Ada's standing now. Ada.
Scooped.
Yes, you're scooped. She kind of like looks at the flower and then also like pats you around the arms and is like
You put out
pats
a
your
little
head.
bit of.
Like yeah, there's like a little bit of smoking. She's like, "You're okay. There's nothing went wrong."
Yeah, I'm all good.
Hey, cool. Should we put that in a jar too?
No, well, spring needs not an opaque jar. Do you have one of those?
An opaque jar. Why don't we talk to Brother Wirt? He's
'Kay.
very resourceful. If not, in a pinch, usually you can cover a jar with some cloth and it makes it opaque.
That's good.
Put it in a bag, something crazy.
We can put it in the bone bag. 2 spirits together forever.
You
Hazel, as
turn
you're
to look
holding
at
this flower, you hear the same voice says, "Don't put me in a jar.
You don't want to be. Where do you want to be?
Out.
But you said you didn't want to see the world.
I don't have eyes."
Oh,
Just blackness and voices. Perfect. Sounds
okay.
great.
Well, do you want to be in like a bowl of water? Do you like water or do you not like water?
Sounds toasty.
A bowl of water sounds toasty. Okay, Ada, we need a bowl.
You guys don't hear Spring. You just hear Hazel talking.
That's fine. Perfectly normal.
A bowl?
Yeah.
But sure, we can get a bowl. In probably any one of these recently vacated houses. Okay. Anyways, yes, Ada will procure a bowl.
Okay, I'll scoop
Bowl.
from the water that Spring was in before and put the flower there and just carry it.
Perfect.
You
that will be
notice-
fun to travel with.
You go to scoop and you notice that there's like already a ring of ice on the outside of the pond.
Okay, that's fine.
That's why we're leaving.
Mhm.
Okay, well, now's
While-
as good as ever.
While this is going on, Wirt
Mhm.
has found himself a bench or an awning or a stoop of some kind to sit
Yeah.
on,
Yes.
and is holding the bottle in his hands with the consorb inside of it,
Uh-huh.
and is thinking and praying for the lady to help rid him of this awful burden. I would like to make a roll for an intercession.
Ooh.
This mighty miracle brings down the hand of God to pluck the
Hmm.
devotee from danger, or pluck the danger from the devotee.
Intercession?
Uh-huh.
Ob 8.
It's a big boy roll.
We're doing it at the beginning rather
Yeah,
than the end of a
it's good.
session.
This is
Uh-huh.
good.
Yeah. For
Really
good
get things
reason.
rolling.
Let's
Help and
get
advantages.
in it.
Do. Arth dice 8. So I'm spending a deed to double my base dice, and then
Nice.
spending 2
Oh my
persona
goodness.
to get 2 additional. So it's a total of 14 rolled for an ob 8.
I'm preparing myself for 3 successes.
God, I know.
Oh my god!
What?
Killed
Look at all
it.
those 6s!
Oh, it's
That was
amazing.
so
Best faith roll
good.
ever.
That's so good.
Jeez.
Challenging faith roll.
Wow, I'm so proud of you.
Hog champ.
Okay, so you're sitting here holding this bottle and you're just like, lady, please pluck this danger.
Scoop this
I'm
thing.
Scoop
yours.
this danger away
Lady.
from me.
Scoop it.
And you're focusing on this bottle and this little consorb in there, and you start to hear dripping. Like pretty rhythmic dripping. And then it becomes like a steady stream, and you then look and like your hands where you're holding this bottle are just like covered in blood, and you realize there's blood pouring from your hands, like way more blood than you have. It's just like pooling around your feet now. And you just like feel hands on the side of your hands, just trying to like gently lift your hands away from the bottle.
I'd let go. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus takes the wheel. So you let go. The blood still comes from your hands and is still flowing to the bottle before falling. It's now probably like a good 3-foot radius of just a perfect circle of blood around you, um, pouring from this bottle, and then it just sort of like, I don't know, we'll say hands reach up like lightning fast from this pool of blood, grab the bottle, and just yank it down into the ground. It splashes, and then all of the blood just like uh, begins to behave like normal blood, as in it's
It's like
not.
flowing down
Yeah,
towards
it's like
city
it becomes a
center.
liquid. It's not a
Yeah.
perfect circle of blood anymore. Your hands, it's other than that, your hands are still covered in blood, but the bottle is gone. That happened so fast, no one else was watching. You're just like, oh,
I
that's
come skipping back with my flower bowl.
Yeah, the two
Scream!
of us come back.
Ragaire's
see
hacking
brother
a
work.
body in the distance.
blood, hand covered in blood. There's just so much blood around him, and you're just holding your little happy bowl.
Wirt is just like crying tears of joy.
What? What's wrong? Wait. And it runs over again. Like, are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Waving
I've
bloody
never been
You
hands.
don't
happier.
look fine.
Just like hands to my forehead.
There's
Oh.
blood. Like takes.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I show you my hands. That was incredible.
Covered
It's,
in blood. Word.
it's fine. I don't.
On your face! Don't touch your face!
I don't think it's mine. I don't think it's mine. It's fine.
It's not yours. Where did you get it?
If it's mine, it was mine to give. The lady took it, and with that, took the consort as well.
God.
I shield my bull's eyes.
I think we are safe from the influence of the consort, Hazel. I think the lady has heard me.
Think?
What I'm
I
worried
know.
about now is the
Okay.
lady. She only worries.
Yeah, what
Blood
is she, some
circles.
blood lady? I mean, come on.
Ada, that's their whole religion, is all about blood. Did you not know this?
Ada makes some little symbol and then spits on the ground. It's like, good riddance to the consorb and whatever else is going on here. Let's just get to Hochen.
Wirt is like, he struggles to stand up. He's like, I'm gonna need a minute. I just have to.
Why don't you
To
go
rest.
down to the lake before it all freezes again and rinse off before we head out?
That sounds like a wonderful idea, Hazel. Thank you. Wirt will like stand up and kind of like stumble a bit, like gesture for somebody to help him walk down to the lake. And then like when he gets down to the lake, he just walks in.
I'll help you get down to the lake.
I was about to be like, Ragaire, are you done with that body?
No, I came over. I'll help you go down to the lake, and while you're there, I want to look. We said the Duchess had there were sleigh tracks somewhere, and I feel like it was on the ice of.
Yeah, it was like crisscrossing the ice.
So I would like to investigate those, and especially now that it's freezing more, I figure I can maybe like walk over the ice easier.
Yeah, so you could do that, brother. Where what are you doing?
I'm just walking into the sea.
He's doing a river-style baptism.
Yeah,
just
we're just
full dunk.
cleansing this head to toe.
It's a
Perfect.
revival.
It's a revival.
This man is born again.
I'm born again. Yeah.
From black shade to gray shade.
Perfect. He walks into the water. Ragaire, you're investigating.
Yeah.
The tracks. Are you like walking around on the ice, going out far? Or are you just sort of where you're
I feel
standing?
like I'm walking around. Like I'm gonna follow. I'm assuming I can still see where Wirt and Hazel walked.
Mhm.
So like I can walk on that part. And then from there, like see what I can see of the Duchess, because she was like we heard her talking to Eridaz
Mhm.
that night. So like I want to know if she's around. I want to know if she's near
Okay.
slash if not that where she went, like if there's a way to know like she went back to Yuzan or Hoken or she's in the
Yep.
woods kind of a thing.
Go ahead and make, we'll say, 3 investigation. Is that a skill? Observation? Observation.
Observation. Perception, observation.
Observation.
Observation requires something to be actively hidden, hiding, or being hidden from you.
That's one way to interpret the rules.
And perception is just noticing things about the environment.
Mhm.
Okay. I have
I stand
tracking.
I stand by observation. You can fork in
Okay.
tracking.
Cool. And you said what? 3?
3.
Okay, I'm gonna fork in tracking. Is there an ice road? I can fork in roadwise. I'm kidding. Yeah, let's see. I'll
They
do
did
that.
turn it into a road. There were sleigh tracks.
It's true. A road is just whatever
need
you
help?
want it to be.
A road is the idea of where a vehicle could go. Wherever a vehicle
I don't need help.
wants to
No.
go is
No,
road.
no, no. Okay, I'll do that'll be fine. I'll do those 2. Face off 3. I think I'm just high on my victory and I'm like, I'm gonna find somebody else to fight.
Nice. Yeah, so the sleigh tracks on the ice, you can tell they're fairly old, and they were not made all at once. It looks like she has come and done multiple passes over the ice. You can't see any of Henry's tracks, just sort of like gouges in the ice, so you can tell it's been some time since she's last been here. You do a couple laps around the manor house, and then you expand it around to the whole town. There are no fresh sleigh tracks, no Henry hoof prints. You are confident that if the Duchess was in that room, she did not arrive or leave physically in her sleigh.
Yeah, via sleigh. Got it.
I'll expand it to you don't even see footsteps. Like she did not exit the house
That night.
physically.
Wonderful. Great. She could be anywhere, but not here right now. Okay, great. And while I'm away from everybody, I want to take a moment to look at my little pinprick.
Mhm.
And I want to do like an apothecary skill or like I just kind of want to poke around at it with my healing knowledge and kind of
Yeah.
assess what I'm like having been part of the Black Blood gang, I want to like assess, is it like that? Like what's going on here? Do I feel similar symptoms?
Is this an equivalent taint?
Yeah.
Yeah, or is
Okay.
it just a blessing in disguise?
What skill would you like to roll?
I have apothecary, or I can use a spell song. I mean, that's meant to heal you, actually heal you.
I think apothecary makes sense. You could do a skill song, spell song, whichever
Spell
one.
song. Sorry,
Spell
spell
song.
song.
I don't know how your character works. Either works.
Okay.
I
Would I
think
get
they
the
will give you.
same effect or different?
I think it would give you different information based off of which one you use.
Which will one give me more information?
I think lyric of healing will give you more metaphysical information, and apothecary will give you more like wound physical information.
Let's get metaphysical information. Why go for boring old body stuff when when I can learn about the metaphysical?
Okay, we'll do 3.
Okay, great. I'm gonna use a persona.
Wow, a lot of Arthur right out of the gate.
I know.
Got to
Going
spend it.
big.
That deed shook me to the core. Just whipping it out. Like,
Oh wow!
whoa, good job.
Yeah, so you are singing your beautiful lyric of healing, and you feel the familiar wave of like, it feels like you're slowly being engulfed in like cold water. It's uncomfortable. It's almost borderline painful, is how it sort of starts at your head and goes all the way down. And it sort of is righting any of the aches and pains that you have as you go. When it gets to your little puncture wound, it's
Mhm.
just you can feel the cold part around it, and it will not touch it. It doesn't interact with it at all. You've never had anything like this, even when
Mhm.
you've had like grievous wounds or anything caused by sorcery. It's always been a wound, and then lyric of healing will at least alleviate it to some degree. This
Mhm.
is just, it's like oil and water. It just slides
Yeah.
right past it.
It doesn't
Uh,
work at all.
So this
Does
is
the
unlike any wound you have ever had.
Oh, fun. Does it hurt? Does the wound hurt?
It is a dull ache, and you can almost feel your heartbeat in the ache. And it's
Okay,
not bleeding, it's oozing. Like it almost already looks like it's a couple days old, but unhealing.
got it. Fun. I love this. Love this for me. Uh, great. That's totally not a problem. We got this.
But like you do a mental check-in, like, hey Ragaire, how you doing? You don't feel black blood getting at all. Like you still feel
Yeah.
totally in control, like other than this dull ache,
Is it
totally good.
spreading? Does it feel like it?
Doesn't
Okay.
look like it.
Okay. I mentally like record how big it is and how much
Mhm.
it's oozing and all
Yeah,
that
you
kind
draw the little circle around it, see if it's starting to spread.
I'm like, oh, great. Okay. Problem for
Okay.
another day.
Mhm.
And then I'll come back to Brother Wirt after.
Mhm.
I'm assuming he's
Yeah, so when
Does
Brother
he
Wirt walked into the
reemerge?
waddle, when Brother Wirt
At some
walked into
point,
the
he's
waddle,
just like, this is above the water, and that's it.
he walked into the water, and it was like almost as if he was made of dye. Like it was just sort of this color came off of him as he was coming in. It was just deep red of blood, more so than what was on his hands as he goes into the water and just sort of like swims. The ice is maybe like 20 feet from the shore is where the ice just sort of abruptly starts, and like he swims out under the ice a little bit, and he comes back and he's just sort of sitting here. He is just sort of coated in red. It looks like he's been swimming in blood.
How you doing over there, Brother Wirt?
It's surprisingly warm.
I keep a distance.
I'll amend my statement. It looks like he's been swimming in blood, and then there's like, I don't know, we'll say small, effeminate, like looks like effeminate hands has like brushed his face clear of blood.
That's very sweet.
Ah, the
Aw.
effeminate hands.
Aw.
I know them
Mhm.
by sight.
As opposed to Brother Ward's
By how
big
they
blocky
wipe.
bread maker hands.
Yes, yes. Brother Ward is a craftsman, see?
Brother Wirt, do you
He's
need a
just
hand
sort
getting
of
out of there?
floating.
I'm good. Just chilling. When you're ready to go, I'll go. But
Okay.
this is kind of nice. Feels good.
All right. No, I'm gonna let him do his thing.
Okay. Back in the center of town, as they left, Godzimir comes up to Ada and sort of makes a symbol and spits on the ground and is like, foreigners in their superstitions.
Yes, well,
That's not
somehow
a
it
proper
still seems to
religion.
get
Look at that.
things done.
That pool of blood, it's unnatural.
Definitely, what you said is not wrong. It is unnatural, but I find myself company with more and more unnatural things by the day. It seems to almost be strangely natural now.
You look
Anyways,
over at the girl holding a bowl with a flaming flower.
I don't really
whispering
want to
her.
talk to you, Godzimir. So, unless you have something valuable to say to me right now, we
No.
don't need to speak.
Just stands there and walks away a little bit.
Great. Go hold a sermon with the women. Make sure they're okay. Ada will turn to Hazel and say, so what's going on with our friend here?
The flower? Spring?
It's spring, yeah, not
Um,
summer.
no, their name is Spring, but I think they're spirit of summer. I don't know. They're very excited about becoming a sword.
Cool. I'm excited to turn them into one.
But they want you to know that I promised them that they would have a sheath so that they couldn't see the world.
Of course. I mean, every sword has to have a sheath.
That's not true.
Yeah, it kind of is actually. For proper care and maintenance.
Okay, maybe that.
Yeah. Also, the sheaths also seem to be magical, so I'm pretty sure you can't have one without the other.
Can?
Cannot.
But didn't you all say that the Duchess like fucked you up with the sword, and then you also had the sheath at the time, so that the sword didn't have the sheath? So isn't that
We did, but I'm
directly
saying you would
supporting
make
my
both of
statement?
them at the same time because a regular sheath will
Okay,
not hold the sword.
okay. Whatever. Yeah, they're really excited.
Cool. We do still need to get some red gems, but after that, I think we'll have everything we need.
Where are you gonna find that?
Great question. We'll cross that bridge once we get there. How are you feeling? How are you feeling after your adventure with Brother Wirt?
What do you mean?
How are you feeling?
Traumatized.
Okay, we can
No, I don't want to work
work
through
with
it.
that. More or less traumatized?
Um, more?
That seems to be the general trend of this
Yeah. No, I mean there was
situation.
like Brother Wirt didn't really talk about everything that was down there, but it was all bad. It was all bad,
Okay.
and then it was a dark time, and there was this like he said that your friends Alden and Morrine, they were like trapped in mirrors or whatever, but there was like this big machine filled with black liquid, and there were how many? 12? 9 mirrors. 2 of them were empty, unknown why. 2 of them had your friends in them, and also the rest had frozen children casting spells, so that was concerning.
Frozen children.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll tuck that away for later, I guess. Um, all right. Well, it sounds like you had a good adventure. And you know what?
No.
Adventures build character.
Yes. But I have Spring now, so I can just talk to Spring to work through it. I don't need to talk to you.
That sounds great. I'm sure Spring is a great person to talk to.
They're a great listener.
I'm sure they are. Perfect. Uh, this heart to heart was really just because Brother Wirt's having a fucking sauna time over there. So
I can't look that way.
yeah, and I don't want to think about it. So it's just a matter of when he decides to come back over here. And I'm not talking to Godzamira, so
What? Who is she?
a person.
Okay.
She's a knight we met a while ago. Long story short, not very helpful. Usually. She did come in clutch this time.
You
He
shouldn't be
said,
so rude to Brother Wirt. Saved us from the consort. Well, I also did, but we together with the power of friendship.
he's a religious zealot, so maybe we just won't talk about all the non-Tudum related things that happen in our presence because I don't think it would please her. And she would be another nuisance to deal with if she was not helping us.
Okay.
I feel like I walk up. I've left Brother Wirt to his
Mhm.
Ragaire,
He's just blowing bubbles in the lake.
Ragaire,
Ragaire, where's Wirt?
just look away, Ragaire.
Oh,
Wirt-
I mean, I've seen worse. It's fine. He's
You've seen
having
worse?
some great bath time right now.
Wirt is shortly after you going to follow up.
Okay, yeah. I'm like, oh, he's fine. He's just
Fully clothed bath time? That's not usually
fully
how
yeah,
it
clothed bath
works.
time.
He just walked straight into that lake, no nothing. He walks out, no towel, just straight
He
up
had
to
to
you
clean
guys,
his clothes
dripping wet.
somehow.
Mhm.
So good news. I don't think the Duchess. I mean, she was in the house that night, but I don't think she left the house because there are no sleigh tracks or Henry tracks anywhere around here.
Ragaire, you just performed a, what did you call it? Reverse summoning ritual? There's ways to get out of places without leaving.
Yeah.
How?
I mean, this is true, but if she had come here physically, I wanted to know where she was and in what direction she was heading. And basically, what I found out is that I have no information on that.
Well, Brother Wirt and I were out on the lake. This is how we found the well, I don't know how we got there, but she was like zip zooping all across the lake and he had a map from somewhere and matched it
house.
up. She was looking for the abbey, but there's nothing there anymore. So, well, it's all
Is there
She's
underwater
looking
anymore.
for the abbey.
I look at Ada and I'm like, do you understand what happened to them? Because
No, I'm still very confused, but I'm pretending I understand because it's also something I don't want to think about.
Okay. Sounds like okay. Well, we'll
We'll do
figure it out
storytelling
eventually.
lessons at a later date.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna be like, other than that, everything's a-okay. I'm a-okay, and so is everything
You're
else. Oh look, here's
a-okay.
Brother Wirt.
Is there a reason you wouldn't be a-okay?
No.
Okay. How you doing, Wirt?
Never better.
Yeah,
Are
you
we
are
we off
sort
to
of
Hochen?
stopping wet, which might be a problem.
With blood, I might add. When he came
Only
out of the
blood?
water, it was just looks like he was in a bathtub full of blood.
This is not
Wirt,
better.
I don't like this. I'm gonna be real right now. I don't know what you did. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like this.
Actual question. Has this ever happened before in your religion? Like apparitions of rivers of blood? Is that
Oh,
normal?
Totally. That's totally been a thing before.
Okay. Go ahead.
Did you shade shift,
Uh-huh.
Brother Wirt? Okay, perfect. So I will narratively explain what is happening then. Brother Wirt is covered in blood. You guys, he takes some time to clean himself off. But your hand, your palms are always, for the remainder of your life, they're just gonna have, it looks like you've like grabbed, like if a basketball was covered in blood and you like grabbed the basketball, like it's just like a thin layer of blood all over your hand, like the palms of your hands only.
Is it transferable?
Yeah, so is he gonna be leaving
You're
blood
Very
all
light.
over
It's like
touch things.
it's like dried-ish. It's
Okay.
not. You're not gonna get everything bloody, but like
Yeah.
if you touch a white tablecloth, maybe.
I'm not Midas with blood.
Correct.
Hell of a
Right, that's all I
stigmata
need.
there.
Yeah.
He's not like a tree frog and he can take
It's
his
slightly
hands.
tacky coagulated blood.
Happy blood, even better.
We should give Brother Wirt the bloody trait and then he can just use it to his negative benefit.
Everything is to my detriment, I think.
Like bakers with floury.
That's just flavor.
Well, this is flavored too, just flavored very irony.
Irony. Are we gonna go to Hochen?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
as long as everyone's ready, let's
Ada, you don't
go.
have to be the psychiatrist of the group.
Oh, I'm not. I'm here to make sure you're safe and Summer's safe.
It's spring.
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 Yeah.
The
Okay.
flower.
And we're
You guys are
taking
leaving
we're
town?
taking
Yeah.
the girls with us.
Okay.
Taking
You
the gang.
are leaving town. It's normal. Like nothing is happening on the way. As you get down those stairs at the front and enter into the cold, Hazel, you're the last one to leave. And you hear, hey,
Yeah.
hey,
What?
I just realized something.
What?
That's my home, but no one's there anymore.
Yeah.
That's sort of sad.
That is sad.
What if someone finds it?
What do you mean?
Like I'm not there, and then what if someone comes in? I don't want them in my home.
But that's not your home anymore. You're gonna have a new home.
Hmm. I have an idea.
What?
Uh, turn around, face the
Okay.
town, and then put me down.
Yeah.
And then close your eyes and hold out your hands.
Okay.
Perfect. So you guys are all walking. She's in the back. You just feel searing heat hit you like a wall. And you turn around and you see Hazel standing there like Cristo Redento style, like hands out. The town is just an inferno. It is going up. Whatever this dome where it was warm, just fire. You see like the stone steps are beginning to melt. All of the stone or all of the wooden buildings instantly charcoal, like puffs of black charcoal floating in the distance. All of the stone is crumbling,
Hmm.
and you just like see the silhouette of
Hazel?
Hazel,
Hazel?
and then it
What you doing?
dies down. And now it's just like normal. The buildings are on fire, but it's not like a scorching inferno that's being actively smitten. And
Can
then
I open
Hazel,
my
you can
eyes, Spring?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I pick you back up?
you open your eyes to a desolate
Yeah, this-
wasteland where the town used to be.
To be expected. Can I pick you back up?
Oh, yeah, scoop
Okay.
away.
Yeah, perfect. Now, look, now you don't have to worry.
Yeah.
Just solving problems left
What?
and right.
Question. Hazel.
What?
What just happened?
Don't worry about it. We're doing therapy.
Love that. Love that for us.
It's like a rage room, but better.
Ada whispers to
The
Ragaire.
world is your rage room.
So the quicker we get that spirit away from Hazel, the better, is what I'm thinking.
Get a sword.
Yeah. Anyways, let's go. Please don't set anything else on fire on the way, unless necessary or asked for.
Okay. We will fast forward. Nothing exciting happens on the road. Actually, silly me. That is 100% not true. After this encounter with Hazel lighting the town on fire, you guys are walking again. Just everyone's like, when something that no one wants to talk about has happened, and everyone's just ignoring it, and it's just like an awkward silence, and every once in a while someone tries to start a conversation, but no one ever responds.
Ada doesn't
That's-
respond well to awkward silence.
So that's sort of, and Eight is the only one that's trying to start a conversation, and no one's picking up on it. I think Ragaire hears this first. You begin to hear like a low hum. Like,
Human hum?
no,
Like bees humming?
no, like a deep hum. Like you're almost feeling it more than you hear it.
Why do I feel like I've heard a hum before that I did not appreciate?
Have you?
In the basement? Something. I feel like there was women screaming underground. And
Yes. Okay.
hums.
That was a noise. This is a hum.
Okay.
Infamously
Noted.
not a noise.
Yeah.
Hums.
Yeah.
And we'll
Is
say
it coming from a direction?
Yes. I'm glad you asked that question. Would you like to know what direction it's coming
Yes,
from?
of course I want to know what direction it's coming from.
Every direction.
How dare you?
When you look up, so this whole place is like a valley. This whole you can't really see much because it's forest, but you can see like the peaks that make the valley, and you notice what appears to be like an avalanche, like topping the mountain and coming down into the valley. And you see like every ridge line of this valley, you can see this is happening everywhere. And like that's what you realize you're hearing it far off, but you're also sort of like feeling it in the ground.
And I'm assuming we're in the middle of this avalanche path that is happening all around us.
It's going to like I mean, you look around and it is going to be the entire valley.
Yeah, so we need to get out of it. Is it possible for us to escape this valley before we encounter an avalanche?
Almost certainly not.
Great. Okay, I'm gonna need no one to panic. How do we feel about snow? Spring? Hazel, what? Can you
I
talk to
don't feel
Spring
about snow. It's
we're
all around us.
because yeah, it's really all around us. If you notice, we're
Really
about
all
to be
around
covered
us.
in snow.
Except at the mountains.
Yeah. The mountains are like a ways away too. It's not like you're not like on the slopes currently, and so it's gonna like you can see it's moving fast, but it's not gonna be here in like 5 minutes. It's like just gonna continue. But I think it's probably gonna be
But the
hours.
valley, yeah, we can't get out of the valley before the snow
Mhm.
comes.
Okay. This is
And
a new one.
yeah, looking at it, it's not just like an avalanche that's flowing down the mountain. You can see it coming up over the mountains and then down into the valley, and like it's continuing to flow. It doesn't look like an avalanche, like exactly like an avalanche though. It's just like this wall of white.
Can I do sorcery wise?
Sure, you can always do any wise you want, Sarah. I would never say no to a single wise you have.
You've never said no to any
Never
wise
denied a
ever.
wise.
Mhm.
Yes, I would like to do sorcery wise to see if this is
I'll
a
help you with
sorceress.
apocalypse wise, Sarah.
Oh, yay!
Oh,
Wow!
Is this an
Good one.
apocalypse? Is it sorcery? Is it both?
It
Is
does
it both?
gripping brotherware right
I guess
now.
okay. What I want to know slash I guess technically I can create the answer, but you might have
Mhm.
to tell me. I want to know is it natural?
Uh-huh.
And or like what kind of magic caused it? Is it like sorcery or is it something
Mm.
else?
We'll say Ob. I'll let you pick Ob. 3, 4, or 5. 3 will give you the minimum information. 4 will give you the information you want, and 5 will be I'll make up another fun fact about it on the spot.
I'm gonna go with a solid 4.
Okay.
And I get help for apocalypse wise.
Yeah, 1.
Nice.
I would help, but I don't think my oratory, like yodeling, is going to do anything better.
It's okay. I'm gonna do 4. Bada bing, bada boom.
Whoa!
Bada bing, bada boom.
Whoa!
This
So
is why you need Ragaire and Ada.
you're looking at it. You're looking at it. You're like, it doesn't look exactly like an avalanche. What is it? And then it once it gets a little bit closer and you've been looking at it for a while, it just sort of dawns on you. It's like that is like a storm front moving down the mountain rapidly. It's not a solid avalanche. It's just like a blizzard coming down from every direction. The blizzard itself looks natural, but like it's obviously not because it's coming from every direction and it's just continuing to flow almost like a liquid. So it's you it is not ongoing magic that you can tell. This would be a tremendous amount of magic to have something like this continue to happen and like someone sitting there channeling it. But you can tell it was prompted by magic. So something powerful happened, but now this is just a natural blizzard.
Okay. Does it make sense that it's because we moved spring and now it's just winter moving in?
No, not really.
So it's definitely
Because it's
somebody.
been winter everywhere that's not the town. And, like, spring is still there.
Yeah. Okay. So this is like somebody intentionally did something that
Hmm.
is causing this blizzard.
Yes.
There was some intentionality behind it.
Hmm.
Okay. Great.
Hey,
How
hey,
much time do
Hazel.
we?
Yeah.
Can you ask Spring if they can help us at all?
Hey, Spring,
Don't
can
Wirt,
you
if
do
you have a goddess, pray to her right now.
Don't worry, that's happening.
do
We're
you,
praying
Spring
already.
Spring? Hey, Spring, do you can I guess you can control the weather. You already did that.
What?
You control the weather?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't do that.
Oh, really?
No.
Why was the town warm?
Oh, I'm warm.
Okay, so we're gonna be fine.
I don't
We're
know.
gonna be fine, guys.
Wait, from what?
We're gonna be great.
Oh, if you say so.
I'm glad we got the help of 2 magical things backing us up here. Oh, lady, please help us.
Ragaire, what is going on? Ada's, I think, maybe noticed that you're staring very intently.
I'm like, okay, Ada. So this is a storm, but it's not just a storm. It's sort of also magic.
Thank goodness.
And
Okay, a storm we can handle.
yeah, but
Ish.
it's like a magical blizzard coming in from all sides.
Everything's magical these days.
I know, a dime a dozen. Um, I'm assuming this is like a person killing blizzard I'm seeing here.
It's a little too distant to tell. It looks like a pretty significant blizzard. It's not just like, oh, a snowstorm.
Yeah.
Hey, Ada,
I was gonna say-
is this something that sword can do that your nemesis has?
Yeah, I do not know the full extent of the powers of that sword, but it could obviously be related. Blizzards and winter go hand in hand. It doesn't seem far fetched. The problem with the blizzard is getting stuck in it or getting a whiteout, and we can't find anything.
I would like to call everyone's attention to a historical roadwise roll.
Ooh.
We could get trapped in one.
In which we decided, and by we I mean me, said that there were travel houses, like safe houses on the kingdom roads.
Mhm.
And we stayed in one between Hochen and Yuzan.
Mhm.
Um,
You passed one on your way to.
okay, so
I
we
think you
should
passed
go.
3 or 2, however many days. There was 1 per day, as the king Vagabogan demanded.
He was a very practical king.
What an
So
incredible
It's very
callback.
demanding, but very practical.
He said,
yeah, I'm going to suggest that we all hie over to the nearest safe house. Full speed.
I agree. That sounds like a good idea.
I think also standard protocol is we all tie ourselves together so as to not get lost.
Sure. You got rope?
Of course we got rope. We got rope for days.
Rope for
We always have
days.
rope. We always have just as much rope as we need.
Yeah.
Do you
We
want
tie it around
me
our
or
waists.
Ragaire in the front? Depends. We might need a switch, depending on how fast we can go.
I can be in the front.
You lead on.
Okay. Ragaire will lead the way with their road wisdom, but if it gets so that we need to start plowing through snow, Ada will take charge. Ada will also maybe start carrying the Countess. She seems like she might be the slowest member of the group.
okay.
She's like, alley-oop, my lady, time to move a little faster than those precious feet might be able to carry you. We're gonna
Okay.
trudge.
We're going to make
Double
a
speed.
speed check. A group speed check.
Have 4.
I have 7.
I have 5.
Big 3.
Ooh.
Hey.
Okay, I
We
carry
will
Wirt and the
say-
Countess.
Yeah.
We will say you all will roll, and you need a total of 10.
Between all of us.
Between all of you.
Okay.
Why?
This is a much better group check rule that I made up.
Let me go first since I'm in the front.
Okay.
Sure.
You
Yeah,
can
we'll
still
just
treat it
do
as ob 10.
highest to lowest. He's just handing out those challenging. Okay.
I put it down as ob 10.
Yep.
Great. Ooh.
3.
Ooh.
Can I? Can
Yeah, you
I
have 2 sixes. That's good.
decide to re-roll the 6s now, or can I wait until everybody else rolls?
I would say now.
Okay, I'll spend the fate to re-roll.
Sarah and Fate. What a star-crossed romance.
Remaining
He was
ob.
starting to get up there. I had to make sure she spent it.
I can't be over 2.
Oh, look, 5.
Nice.
5. Okay.
That's good.
Who's the next
Okay.
highest?
Me. 5. Ooh.
4.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice.
Hazel?
With 2
I assume you're the
sixes.
next highest?
I am the next highest. I'm standing in the back of
Do I
everybody though, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm using the end of the rope that we've all used to tie each other together to make a nice little macrame holder.
Perfect. Okay, so that was 10 that needed. Brother Wirt, still roll yours.
You know, we got to see that 0 come up. So
I was about to say,
Oh
I
my
don't.
god!
Oh my
Wow.
gosh.
Yeah, I
we're
am
gonna
in
go
the
Three
back
back, re-roll.
sixes.
and everybody
Yeah.
else.
This
Wow.
is incredible.
Like
That was
yanking on
wow.
that rope. Hazel.
He's a new man. He's
I'm
effective
making.
whenever.
I'm tying spring into it.
Okay, Brother Wirt,
So I
You
think we
can
hit
just carry
16 there.
spring.
you guys
Yes.
make it you make very good time. You make it well before this blizzard hits. You make it to the first of the King Block and Blogging system of way stations and whatever it was called. With plenty of time. And
Perfect.
it's not a large building. It's just sort of enough for like a group of like 4 people to comfortably spend a night. So you guys are a little cramped, but
We just have enough for one night. We just have enough supplies for one night.
oh, it doesn't really have supplies in it. It's just a shelter. The
Last
food
time
you
we
ate
were
the
at
one
one, there
time
was
was a
yeah.
one-off.
That was a one-time food deal.
Yes.
It was a one-time magic food deal that didn't make sense.
Since we were so fast, I'm gonna try and forage around
Mhm.
to see if we can get any food.
Yeah, you have plenty of time for that. Do you have forage? Is that what you want to
I
do?
do have foraging.
Perfect. We will do an ob. How does that work?
Do you want help with hunting?
Sure.
Ob. Why is okay? Whatever. Ob 3 to find enough for the group to live comfortably for a day.
Okay. I have a +1 foraging from a past roll. I'm gonna use that.
Okay.
Mystery. I don't remember why, but it's in my notes. Um,
You get a 1 from me.
I'm gonna get a 1 from Ada. And go back. I'll do that. I won't do it carefully because I want it fast. Three.
Oh no.
No.
Okay. So you go out. You're finding a couple berries here and there, and then you find just like you like, well these aren't poisonous. I guess they don't taste very good, and they give you horrible diarrhea. But I guess I can eat them and be happy. And then you look up, and there's this like majestic elk just standing in the woods in front of you, like You haven't seen deer in a long time, and it's just sitting there, and you're like, now's my chance. And do you have a bow, right? You have a
I
blade.
have a bow.
Oh, you have a bow. Well, you sneak up on this deer. It seems oblivious to you being around. It probably hasn't seen a predator in a while, and you like, oh my god, we're gonna eat so well tonight. And you just like run at it with your sword, and you like cut it, and like decapitate it in one fell swoop because your sword was out. And you, as the animal in front of you dies, you feel the wound on your stomach like
Expand.
getting a little warm, and it's like pulsating, and it feels eager.
Oh, well, that's totally great and not bad at all. I'll clean, but I have I can clean and dress the elk.
Mm-hmm.
Does it do anything weird while that's happening, or was it just the act of
It was
death?
as it was dying.
Great, love that for me. Uh,
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and be a moose.
I might. I'm just absorbing souls. It's fine. So I'll clean and dress the elk and toss the diarrhea berries, and
Perfect.
it was worth me getting more demonic to get us food. So I'll
Yeah.
come back.
It's a lot of
and-
food.
So yeah, she comes back with a whole carcass ready to like roast, and Hazel's probably distracted. Brother Wirt.
He's like shoring up the hut, packing towels into all the little
Perfect.
crevices,
I've
making sure
gone-
there's no traps or anything.
I've gone into the shelter, pulled out my bedroll, and started sleeping.
Perfect. So we'll say Ada. You notice, brother. Here comes Ragaire lugging this carcass, and you
Yeah,
notice
Ada
they
probably
have
goes out to help with
yeah.
it too. Yeah.
You just noticed a faint little bit. It's like they're bleeding a little bit, like just a little spot of blood on their shirt.
Oh, wow, Ragaire, you got a whole elk. What happened? Wow, did it get you? You have a little something on your.
Oh no, it didn't get
Sure.
me. I mean, I
It
cleaned
did-
and dressed the elk. It probably is. Oh, that's from the elk. Yeah.
Convincing.
I mean, yeah, it was like hunting's a dirty business. I
Especially
can
when
help
you
cook
hunt with
it
a
up.
sword.
Yeah, especially when you hunt. That's not normally how that goes.
It's been a while since I hunted with a sword.
Did you
Really
throw
good
the
at it.
sword? Or
No, that's considered to be in poor taste.
It was not an honorable kill if you threw the sword.
You have to face the elk as a man.
I think I heard in the distance that you snuck up on it. So
That's fair.
okay.
Ada, I don't know why you're worrying about this. Hurry, we got to get inside before we get caught in this blizzard. Come on.
I mean, yeah, I don't know if there's room for all of us plus a whole elk. We could probably leave it out here and it'll just freeze in
Yeah, well,
time
we should cut what we need
and
freeze
save
the
it, but we
rest,
should
yeah.
cut some right now. Yeah, so Ada will help Ragaire cut whatever we need to make some food, and then also cut it into, do all the things you need to do to make it prepared for consumption, more or less.
I know a lot about preparing hunted animals for
Mhm.
storage. So yeah,
Something
you
you do in your
those.
pastime, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you do all of those things that we all know what they are. Perfect. It takes a little bit, and you are now hearing like a howling of the wind. It's not like a low hum anymore. It's like you can hear the wind. It's much closer. It's still not here yet, but you know it's just a matter of time.
Ada's like, Wirt, how's that shoring up going?
Just like sticking a washcloth in a crack.
Oh my gosh.
Great. Awesome.
Okay, Ada's like, I'm off hunting duty. I'm on carpentry duty.
Do we have enough firewood? Is there any firewood in this place?
Maybe like a couple.
I mean, it's got to be
logs.
stocked with a little bit.
Yeah,
At least not much of a shelter if it doesn't have any supplies.
it probably has things. It's probably just been ransacked for food,
Okay.
but
Got
it's otherwise furnished. There's like chairs, but they're bolted to the ground, so you can't take damage.
There's a bench,
a
but then
common
there's like
problem.
armrests
The
in the
king
middle
got
of it.
wise to people stealing his stuff.
Mhm.
Well, I'm like, it's elk for dinner, guys. And I'll
Sounds
start
great.
making a fire and cooking up a stew. Brother Wirt, you got any salt?
Oh, he's got to have spices of some kind. Yeah, break out the cumin. It's a special night.
Yeah. Celebrate with some elk chili
Ooh.
on a chili night.
Water and meat. And
Water,
cumin.
meat, and cumin.
Yum.
Baby, you got a stew going.
Okay. So Hazel's asleep. Brother, you're just sort of putzing around. We'll say you. So it is not nighttime. It's maybe like late-ish evening, but the sun is still up. It might be just dipping below one of the mountains, and you were just like, okay, this window over on this side of the house looks normal. This side, it's very dark. Like there's no light coming from there, from that side, and like the howling is like picking up, and you are like looking out the window as you see this front of like snow and wind approaching the hut at like you got maybe 10 seconds before it hits the hut.
Yeah, shut the doors.
Perfect. You shut the doors. You all hear the wind overtake the house, and it's just like this rushing, this like roaring of wind. Like you hear the trees creaking. None of the shutters on the house move at all. You don't feel any wind, not even a draft. Like the smoke going out the chimney, you don't see like stuff, like there's no air being pushed down the chimney. Like you just hear the wind on both sides of the house now.
Wait, we hear the trees creak, but if I look, can I see a tree? Is it
Yeah.
actually moving?
You see there's like this bubble around you that is untouched by the blizzard, but outside of that, it is like trees are swaying, like snow is already starting to pile up. You hear the howling of the wind and the howling of like almost wolves. It's hard to tell if it's a wolf or the wind. It's like some of both.
Is the
Great.
snow falling? Is there a circle around our hut where snow is not falling?
Purely because of geometry of like if you put a sphere down on the ground, it makes a circle. But like snow is falling into it. It's just like it's not like the snow's not entering it, but like the wind is going around it. If that makes sense.
So
Like
compared to Stravitz Manor, same or different?
different.
I half wake up, like
Mhm.
flip over, pull the bolt under my.
Who's
Thanks for
the best
sharing.
Spirit?
Oh, warm.
So warm. Brother Wirt,
Yeah.
what does this mean?
Either the lady or this fine spirit of spring here has granted us some protection. I'm not going to look too many gift horses in the mouth right now.
Ada, that work for you?
Ada's sat down and it's just. As long as we're not dead, I don't care at this point.
Ragaire, I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna amend my previous statement. It is similar to like what happened at Stravitz Manor.
Okay, thank you. Duly noted. Park.
Similar but different. Same but different.
Same, but got it. Okay.
Okay.
I guess we're just gonna eat our food and wait it out then.
Take a nap.
Sounds
Yeah.
like.
Okay. So you guys
Wirt's a new
settled
man.
in.
This is
Yeah.
very casual. We got this.
Wolves, wind, whatever. We'll deal with it if they get here.
Right. If a wolf can open a door, then they were probably going to kill me anyway. It's fine.
Yeah. As you guys settle in for the night, Godzimira telling ghost stories to Olia and Sonia. we'll take a break and be back
Nice.
for part 2 of Reunion.
Free onion.
And we are back, and we are snacked, and we are ready to go. So, you all camped out in this cottage.
We're shimmying and shaking while we
Shimmying
wait
and
out this
shaking.
blizzard. Blizz who?
Blizz who? It
Blizz what?
lasts all night into the morning with zero change in the storm.
So at this point, there's got to be 6 feet of snow outside plus.
It's hard to tell. You would think that, but the snow's not really building up. It's blowing around, so like it looks like it's falling. It's almost as if you're in a snow globe. Like the snow is not stationary. It is being blown around, but it doesn't seem to be accumulating much more. I mean, there's probably like a good 2 feet on the ground, but it's like being blown around.
Okay, easy enough to get out of then, I suppose.
I mean, how long do we have to wait before we know it's a permanent situation versus still something that's passing? I guess that's part of the question too.
I mean, we got a whole elk to ourselves, right? Like, we can wait this
do.
out. Got plenty of water outside.
I mean, is Hazel still asleep?
Probably.
Can we
Why not?
wake Hazel up? Is it like an unnatural sleep?
No. I mean, she'll like mumble and then flip over, but not wake up easy.
Teenager sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, teenager sleep. Well, we're not in a rush now, so why don't we wait at least until Hazel is with us, and then maybe we can see what our options are, because we can't stay here forever. If it goes on forever, that cannot be our final obstacle.
So, I mean, you guys got here late evening, so late morning. Hazel, it's been 12 hours.
Perfect. Wake up, throw the macrame sling over the shoulder.
Rise and shine. It's elk chili for breakfast.
Oh, chili.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good.
I think it turned out pretty good. We
Mhm.
used some cumin. It's fancy.
If the elk hadn't been made into chili, you would still have chili elk outside.
It's true. You can have it chili 2 ways.
Okay.
So, I mean, I vote we just wait this out.
The storm?
Yeah.
I vote we trudge through.
It seems fine. Spring said they're warm and they'll protect us.
they
That's
did?
what I was gonna
yeah.
ask.
Well, they
Can
didn't
spring
actually say they'll protect us, but they said they're warm, and I
protect
think
us?
by proxy we'll be protected.
I mean, we were protected from the winds somehow.
Perfect. I mean, what's the worst thing? If we get 20 feet out and it suddenly turns horrible, we can just turn around.
All right. Well, who's the bravest snow walker that we have?
I wouldn't
that
call
would be
myself a
me.
snow walker, but I'm a snow trudger, that's for
You
sure.
have been known to trudge through
I've
snow.
been known to powerfully trudge through some snow.
I think we send Ada out with a macrame sling and 20 feet of rope
And see how she does.
and see what happens.
I'll go with Ada.
Take Hazel with me. I don't think I can touch that spirit without dire consequences. I don't think anyone can.
Hence
Except
the
Hazel.
macrame.
I think that's still maybe not to the spirit's liking, but I wouldn't know exactly.
Okay. You're trudging
Hazel
out
seems to be favored.
into the snow. Who's all going in the snow?
Ada and me.
Yeah, we're gonna bundle up real good.
Bundle up, hold hands.
And
Yeah, it is
yeah,
cold. Like inside of Krishi, it was warm. It's cold now. It's just not inside of a blizzard, howling wind cold. But it's not like a toasty warm. So yeah, going outside, you will need to bundle.
yeah. We use our usual bundles plus some
Okay. You guys
get
start to
out.
make your way out into the
Open the
snow.
door
Yeah.
and
And
see if
start
the wind
trudging.
is abated by an invisible shield, or if we
Uh,
pop a bubble.
You open the door. I mean, it's just, the door opens just fine. There's not wind banging on the door, and like you are able to walk outside, and you're not in wind at all. You go a couple feet, seems fine. You go a couple feet more, and then you go a couple feet more, and then the people in the house start to hear like a truck hit the back of the shed as the wind blows open some of the shutters. Some snow comes falling into the room. Godzimir goes and like tries to close it, and then another one bursts open, and it's
Like, come back, come back, come back, come back.
Yeah. Give
We're
the
like
two
still
Yanks to
trudging
return.
forward a little bit.
yeah. You get
Okay.
dragged back
Oh,
into
we got the danger yank.
Yep.
Look, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah,
Oh.
actually, I think this will be fine as long as we
Okay.
stick together.
It is
I'll
pretty
pack some milk.
cold. We'll have to be careful about finding our way. But that is probably the biggest concern. The snow levels, like we said earlier, don't seem higher, just kind of shifted. Okay,
Mhm.
perfect. Shouldn't be too bad.
I'm gonna talk to Spring and say, "Hey, Spring, are you doing okay? Is it too cold?"
oh no, I'm fine.
Okay,
Thanks for
you're good.
asking.
Yeah, no problem. I can't wait for you to meet my brother. He also loves fire, so you're gonna get along really great.
Fire. I'm not a big fan of fire.
I mean, fire's hot, and
Yeah.
so I mean, like it's adjacent.
If you say so.
This is the most apathetic spirit I've
Yeah,
ever seen.
They are so aloof.
Okay, let's go.
You guys are just trudging, walking.
I think
Yeah.
we're trudging, and I think we're aiming for the next way station, right? That would be
Sure.
what
I
I
mean,
would
I
say
assume we're
makes
trying to
sense.
follow the road.
Eventually, we're gonna make it to Yuzon, right? Is that the goal?
You are on the path to
Yuzon
Yuzon.
is next, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
Maybe we'll run into Frederick. Bear.
Frederick?
Frederick the Bear. You are all just sort of going. This bubble of no wind seems to be following the group. You're able to stay within the confines of it fairly well. Every once in a while, maybe someone falls a little behind and gets like a little nip of cold wind in the butt, and then they have to hurry up, or you get yelled at from the front. I assume Hazel's in the middle of the group now.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. It does seem to be centered on spring, the bubble. And Ada, you had noticed this yesterday. The howling of the winds started to take on like a wolf-like quality. You are now starting to see like dark shapes, like in the when the snow will blow. You're like, I swear I just saw a wolf, but like there would be nothing there, and it's just sort of like you're almost having hallucinations at the corners of your vision of like wolves. You think you hear a howl every once in a while. You notice this particularly because you always have an eye out for danger. Um,
Damn.
and you point it out to the other people, and then they start to also experience that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think I also ask Ragaire and maybe Hazel if they know of any sorcery that could cause this, like ice wolves, snow wolves, something
There's no ritual that can
like
make ice wolves.
hallucinations of wolves. This is strange. If there were this many wolves in
Sure.
the forest, we would have encountered them, and people would have
I
warned
mean, they're
us.
probably just not real. I don't know.
Does this count as my sorcery wise that I used about the blizzard? Is that like a let it ride kind of a thing?
What do you want to know?
If I wanted to roll again for sorcery
Oh.
wise on the wolves?
I mean, it's perfectly doable to make someone hallucinate. It would be a little harder to make everyone hallucinate the same thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's definitely doable. But the sheer scale of this storm seems like it is big time magic if it is ongoing magic. Like this is more than just a typical weather spell.
Can we get a sense of, are they real wolves or are they just a supernatural effect of this storm?
It's hard to tell. You haven't actually seen a wolf. You just like are feel. It's always in the corner of your eyes. Like you're like, ah, I just saw that shape over there. And it's not just you imagining it because like sometimes both like multiple of you will see the same thing, and you're like, oh, look over there at the same time. It doesn't seem to be like an individualized experience.
Great.
Well, Ada probably already has her hammer out to help sort of forge a path and keep her steady. So she's just like, everybody be alert and stick together. Try to keep an eye towards the back. They like to try and flank and hit you in your blind spots.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in the back this time.
Okay.
Perfect. Anyone want to do anything on the trip? Otherwise, we'll just narratively fast forward.
Yeah, I mean, Wirt is just walking.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think just
No.
getting to Hochen as fast as
Okay.
possible.
Yep. So you guys, I mean, into the first, you had the first night, and then into the first day, not noticed any change in the storm, like quality at all. You go through the first or like the second night, wake up again, storm hasn't changed, and then like by the time this is the day you will reach Yuzon, you are like, okay, the storm is not going away soon, anytime. And we'll say your elk has run out,
Not the elk.
not the elk.
We've made
can
it to
only-
Yuzon, though.
You have made it. You will arrive at Yuzon within the hour.
Got it. Do we get the sense, because you said like it was like the storm kind of converged over the valley, that it had been storming in Yuzon for longer than it had been in Kreeshi?
No, I mean Krishi and Yuzon, they're both sort of situated in the middle of the valley, just because they're on the river that flows through the valley. So
Mhm.
it was coming in from the sides and from the back. So you were enveloped, and it doesn't make sense that Yuzon would have had it longer than you, just from how it was coming.
Okay. Got it. I say we go to Count Popop's house since nobody lives there anymore.
Sure.
We think.
I think. Last
Uh,
last we checked.
I mean, we definitely can. If this storm isn't going to stop, we'll need to stop it. This is not good for any person here.
So
Worse than just the winter.
you all are approaching Yuzon on the road, and you can see that the gates to the town are shut, which was not how it was. You've never seen them shut before, but you haven't been to Yuzon all that often. But they seem to be shut, and there's like stuff in front of them.
Stuff in front of them.
What kind
Like
of
Stuff.
stuff?
people piled crates or embankments of snow.
Both, maybe you're still a little far away, but you can see there are stuff. Like the gates are shut. Maybe they're mostly like wood, but maybe there's like a couple bars so you can see through, and you do see stuff piled up on the inside and on the outside as well.
I yell back to Godzamira, and I'm like, Godzamira, it looks like the gates are shut. Is there any side entrances to use on? Any smaller soldier servant
There's
entrance? I don't know. A
there's the
side door?
3 gates. One goes to Hoken, one goes to Krishi, and then one goes up to the Duchess's manor.
Hey, great. Well, perfect. I doubt there's any guards, but we might as well still head towards the gate.
Can we once we get up there, is it enough for us to like just climb over it and then climb over the walls? Like,
No, not really. And you get up there, and the stuff you see piled on this side of the gate, you see there's snow, and there's also like a couple bodies that have been like mauled. They're just like up against the gate, like they were shut, and they were trying to get in, and something got them.
love that for us. Um,
That's fine.
so it's just snow and bodies that's in front of this gate.
On the inside, you can see stuff that has been piled up to keep them shut.
And that's like maybe furniture or like crates and
Yeah,
stuff.
boxes and crates and stuff. A wagon from the service road.
Service roads always useful.
Ada will use her hammer to like knock on the gate really loud, bellow out, be like, "Hail! Is anyone manning this gate? Is there anyone here to hear us and welcome us into Yuzan?"
Make a check of some type.
Bellowing?
Like a conspicuous, a
Oh, I don't have conspicuous.
persuasion, a
Command.
command. Yeah, something like that.
I could help you
I'll
with conspicuous.
Oh, I would be learning conspicuous. I don't want to do that. I can do a persuasion.
Okay.
I will help with oratory. You got it from your diaphragm, Ada. Look, you're a loud woman. I know you can do this.
Thanks, Wirt. I know.
We'll do 4.
Oh my gosh.
Do you want me to help you with
for-
conspicuous?
Sure.
How do you
I
help?
lift you up.
Puts a big orange hat on your head.
Hear ye, hear ye.
The giantess has come seeking succor from the wind. Oh my gosh. Okay, is that one each?
Mhm.
Perfect. Oof.
A 6?
No.
Okay. You're taking your hammer and you're pounding on it, and you're yelling. It's a while. There's no, and then you see like a flicker, and like there's a torch, and you see someone like maybe inside of one of the houses that is closest to the gate. They're like, "Are you out there? You can't be out there. It's not safe.
Yes, we're out here and
You have
We're
to
trying
go."
to get in.
safe. What? I mean, there's a lot of wind, even though we're not affected, but what do you mean it's not safe? What
The
happened to these
wolves,
people?
the wolves, they came. We had to shut the gates, and the wolves, they tried to get in.
What wolves? We've been traveling for 2 days and have not met any wolves.
Oh, I don't believe you. You must be with them.
How would I be with wolves, man? How? I don't speak wolf. Use that
That's what a
brain
wolf
of yours.
would say.
Oh my gosh. Ada's contemplating whether to break this gate down somehow.
How high is this wall, and how high is the stuff piled up on the other side of the gate?
It's a pretty significant wall. It's probably like 15 feet. It's like probably like a 30 palisade, probably reinforced with like earth. It's not stone, or maybe like there's some parts of it that are stone, like the towers or whatnot. The gate itself is just like, we'll say, like a log gate. So it's pretty sturdy. You couldn't probably beat it down with a hammer. It's not a very effective gate. if one blacksmith with a hammer can destroy it in one go.
I know carpentry.
I know carpentry.
And the stuff is, it doesn't seem like it's more just like shoved up there to like keep it shut. It's not like a whole mound of stuff to like climb on, really.
Oh, I'm gonna climb on it. Climb down it. Okay. I have two trains of thought.
Okay.
Hazel, would you say that you're the smallest one of us here?
I don't know. Probably. Ada's
Wait.
probably built.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sonia's a petite woman.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, lead with that. Hey, we've got the Countess from Creasy here. If you'd please, let her in.
You're not gonna fool me, Mr. Wolf.
I would like to try and let's see. I guess soothing platitudes. It's fine. Look, she can't hurt you. She's a countess. You're a reasonable person. Let us in. You know.
I think letting it ride. This man is convinced you are wolf people and will not open the gate for you
Mm,
or
While
aid
you
you in
guys
any
are
way.
doing this, you're arguing with the wolf person. I'm like, Hazel,
What?
Hazel, come here. Let me try something. You're aerodynamic.
No, do not throw me. What? Okay, Ragaire, I need you to think about this. What am I going to do on the other side?
Surreptitiously, Ada's like,
I'm
we'll
gonna
start
throw
launching wolves over the
gonna
gate if you don't open it.
You're working with them.
No, I'm gonna throw everybody over. You're just gonna be the first one.
You throw it. No, I'll be thrown last, and then I'll take care of myself and not be thrown.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Are we all attached by a rope?
I'm in the
Mhm.
back.
It's like one of those perpetual motion strings. Like,
Ah, yeah. You're like,
Ada, how do you
What?
feel about just clearing this gate?
What do you mean clearing this gate? I mean, I can
Like-
clear this stuff away.
Just gonna launch you.
oh, clear it.
You're gonna, Ragaire, how are you going to launch me? Ada looks, she's like, I'm at least 10 stone.
just come on, I'll take a knee and then I'll do the thing.
I don't, you don't just throw Ada. Okay.
She's very
Other way, go
grounded.
for it.
Throws
How
other
about you?
people.
You've seen God.
Would you like to meet them even faster? Let me help.
You've been close to the heavens.
We build a trebuchet.
The most holy of siege weapons.
It's true. Sanctified by the gods. Okay. Oh, we don't need to get into Yuzan. And
yeah, we can just keep going.
apparently the wolves haven't been bothering us, though I don't like that.
Trying to have some fun and launch people over walls, but nobody wants to go. Fine.
well, all right.
You're just
Around
gonna
Yuzan.
skirt around
I
Yuzan?
guess we're
Okay.
just gonna skirt around
Yes, we
Yuzan.
could check on the Countess, the Duchess's
No.
manor.
Absolutely not. Hochen it is.
Okay. You
The
make your way
only
to the
other
last
magical
King
focus.
Bloggin system of way stations waypoint on your way to Hochen, the famously unwalled town.
Yeah, they have doors though.
They do have doors.
Do have doors.
But do they have second stories?
Well,
Hotly
Martine
contested.
has a second story, but he's the only one because he's the largest of the town.
Okay, yeah. We'll just go straight to Hochen then.
Okay. The Abbey is between Hoken and Yuzan, but not like on the road to Hoken. Like you have to take the side road.
Do we want to go to the abbey? I
Well-
mean, we need to go to the blacksmith. We don't really like the smith, which isn't in Hoken proper.
We have to get to your forge out at the Clotho's
To get to
cabin.
the forge, but you need the red gems.
Well, we could come back for the red gems.
It's kind of a trek.
Though it would be easier to not have to deal with winds and potentially wolves. Can't maybe don't want to just drop the flower off.
I think we should travel as a group, acquire everything we need, make all of our stops, go to the cabin.
Yeah.
The forge.
Okay, well, we need red gems. Any ideas, anyone?
Lord Strawfit might
Huh?
have red gems.
Ooh,
Oh, Lord Stravit might have some gems if they haven't
it's an interesting call.
ransacked that house. That's worth a visit. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I think
Right.
Strawbit's Manor is definitely through town, right?
Spur some
road
memories.
starts.
There's a trail that goes up to it, but it is not like a road proper. It comes from the town.
We could go back to the abbey and see how Ash is doing. Did with Clotho?
Yeah. What was his like drop off point?
He didn't
Where's his
have one.
Airbnb?
But he left from the Abbey, so that is a good assumption.
Go back to the Abbey? Okay.
Yeah.
So start at the Abbey,
Start at the Abbey.
Okay.
go back into town, knock on doors. Please, do you have any red gems that might help us stop winter?
Well, I think the general wealth of the town is low enough that
We can
we
skip
either
that
start with Martine or we go straight to Lord Stravit's manor. They could have family heirlooms, but we'll try that maybe as a last resort.
Let's start with Martine and then we'll go to Stravit because I don't want to walk up that trail.
I need to see Martine anyway.
Oh, you do?
What? You need to see
Do
Martine?
you?
Yeah, I do.
Well,
Okay.
good luck to both of you, I guess.
Okay. To the Abbey.
To the Abbey.
To
Okay.
the abbey.
The trek is much the same. You keep seeing the same like wolf silhouettes, hearing the howly winds. But the snow isn't building up anymore, and you are, for the most part, protected from the snow. Not so much the cold inside of your safety bubble. Yes, John.
Ada wants to do something, but she'll do it after the abbey.
After the, are you sure you don't want to voice it before I tell you the Abbey?
Well, she wants to
Hmm.
see if she can shoot one of these wolf phantoms.
Okay, yeah, that can wait probably until after the Abbey.
Oh no.
You get to the Abbey. The doors are like banging in the wind.
Uh-oh.
Ada picks up the pace.
You get there, like the doors are unlatched, they're banging. There's like some snow has blown in. You surface glance around, there's nobody here. You call out. Nobody responds. There's no like bodies or anything like that.
Okay. It's just
it's just
empty. It's
empty.
not like yeah, okay.
There's no signs of struggle. It's just
Nowhere.
empty.
Not upstairs, not in the
Down in
basement.
the cellars, down
No.
in Wilma's room.
Mm-mm.
Does it look like
This
things...
is strange.
Are there like partially read books open and like halfway baked sawdust bread?
Make an observation.
Perception?
Perception. Ob 3. It doesn't look like anything is like halfway. It's not like the book they were reading it and it fell to the ground, or like the bread was half knead. It does look like there were tasks that were in the process of being completed that were stopped, but you also see signs of like hacking.
Okay, okay.
Like some closets are open and you see empty hangers and
Yeah, perfect.
stuff like that.
Where would they go, brother? Where would they go?
To gather in Hochen, I would assume. At
It's
least
the
be with the other
closest
people.
town, but
I feel like the Abbey would be more.
I feel like the people of Hochen
Defensible.
would come to the Abbey. Well, if they had that sort of sense of survival.
Wherewithal.
Famous the people in Hogan love
Wherewithal,
to
yeah.
survive.
Really
People of Hogan, famous.
strong sense of perseverance.
Preservation.
Is it possible that
Preservation.
there's an underground salt cave or
Not
In
that you
Hogan?
know
something?
of.
Yeah, in Hochen.
I
Or
have
not
no
like the
idea.
Abbey. The Abbey doesn't have like an evacuation plan for natural disasters to
I mean,
go meet in the
Hogan
salt cave.
No, I
probably
mean,
has some
like,
root
yeah.
cellars, but
That's what I'm saying. In
Oh.
town, is there
I
anything
don't
at
know how
all that
common
would
that
be?
is.
There are cellars. I think some of you have been in cellars there.
Yeah. Lord Stravitt has cellars.
Hmm.
Lord Strav. Oh, did Lord Stravitt have cellars? So
Even
we should
kept
go to
things in
Hoken
those
then. No
cellars.
sign of Ash.
No sign
Lord
of Ash.
Stravitt's banner also had a ring of no snow.
Yeah.
If that's
Oh.
common knowledge in the town, maybe people would flee there
That's,
as a.
I don't think that's common knowledge, but they could have figured it out. You know, Martine has a canny ability to survive things that I never expect. Same with Ivan on the road. That man, I don't know who's looking out for him, but someone is.
He's tenacious, yeah.
I think our best bet
We have
is
to pass through
go
Hoken
to
anyway.
Hoken.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get to
See
Stravitt.
what the situation is.
First off, checking Wilma's basement, our favorite consignment store.
hmm
Are
Mhm.
there gems of any kind?
No, there are distinctly no gems. They were consumed when you used the blood crown.
Yeah, but there are no like other gems, no rings with gems in them.
Make a check of some type. Artifact
Mm,
wise?
I would call it doctrine because I'm looking for religious artifacts in Wilma's
think it's-
consignment store.
Anti-doctrine to desecrate the artifacts.
But it would be doctrine to know where they are to avoid desecrating them.
Reverse desecration.
The reverse
Reverse
desecration.
desecration.
Sure. We'll say Ob 3 doctrine.
Whoa,
Can help you with artifact wise.
nice.
Hey, is this useful? Punk. Is this one?
No, it's just a red rock. It doesn't mean anything.
Well, she does. I do have.
Ooh, re-roll those.
Six.
Aw,
Oh,
classic. Double ones after the double sixes. It hurts.
No, there are no gems here.
Yeah,
You
worth checking.
guys aren't really big on gems other than in the
Mhm.
blood crown, yeah.
While they're doing that, while they're in Wilma's consignment store,
I assume you guys are all having to move as a group, unless some of you want to be in the wind.
I mean, we're in a building, right?
Yeah, yes.
There's some protection.
Okay.
a stone building.
I'm
yeah.
gonna find. I assume Wilma had like rail paper, right on. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want
An
to find
awl for embossing.
paper and like a quill and go to Brother Wirt while he's searching and probably interrupt the search.
Okay, yes. It wasn't effective anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sure. This is why it wasn't effective. Was
Mhm.
because of the interruption.
You were almost to the gems and then you were distracted.
Brother Wirt, can you write a note for me?
Yes.
I just want to write a note that we can leave. Oh, shit, he can't read either. Never mind.
Draw a picture of yourself in an
Oh,
arrow
yeah.
somewhere.
Well, okay, I got this.
Draw an arrow to the forge.
Never mind.
Okay. Sarah, what were you
Okay.
gonna do?
I'm gonna say, well, since we're here, we should go to the library.
There's no one to kick you out anymore.
There's no one
There's
to
no
That
one
is
to kick
true.
us out.
And we should just take any books. That
Going
would
to
be
the
cool.
library is a great idea for Care.
Sure. Could go to the library. I guess. Not in a huge rush, but
We can
people could
find
be
something
dying. We don't
about
know.
the storm while we're there, if there's anything in there.
Okay, you guys gather in the library.
But when we get to the library, I'm gonna be like, no, don't look. I have to look first, and then peek around and see if I see like what Wayne stabbing Papa while I'm leaving.
Ooh. Yeah, good question. You don't. It's empty.
Empty.
Okay, we're good.
Wouldn't that be wild?
Should roll research to find any books that are helpful on wolfy weather blizzard apparitions.
Wolfwind.
Wolf.
Wolfwind.
Oh, Ragaire, if
Oh.
you're looking for a book, I know just the book.
Do you?
It has all
And
the
if it's a
answers
book-
that Brother and Wirt and I needed, anyway.
Oh.
And it
And
talked
if
about
it's also a book
sorcery.
that talks about wounds inflicted by demons, that would be like plus
It-
a
Unusual means
mean,
of combating demons.
Yeah, highly
Yeah.
likely.
I'm gonna go find it because I
Oh.
found it originally from the symbols. I'm just gonna go
Yeah.
find it.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
Here you go.
But I also do want to look for a book on wolfy magic winds.
On Wolfy Magic Winds. Would you call this an obscure subject?
I don't know.
Seems pretty
Unnatural
normal to me.
blizzards?
Mm-hmm. Let's say Ob 4.
Oh, fun. I'm learning research. This will be good.
Oh,
Hmm.
I think everyone is.
Yep. This is the problem we've had every time we've tried to research.
Because we're not good at research.
I have faith in you, Sarah. Don't be scared of failure.
I'm never scared of failure. In fact, it only demonizes me. I
heart
will
demon.
spend a fate to
Uh-huh.
get a +1, right?
Yes. I've almost
Great.
got her to 0.
And you said Ob 4?
Uh-huh.
Great. I can totally get this. I believe in myself.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Ouch.
You got a 6?
No.
No.
Okay. So Ragaire is searching around. The others of you are just sort of perusing. You're trying to find unusual means of combating demons. And you hear like a hiss that sounds like Ragaire is hissing. This is everyone else. That's not Ragaire. And then you hear a squeak. And like, who's closest? Who wants to experience what I'm about to describe? Ada's not doing anything, so Ada can do it. Ada, you look around and you see Ragaire's like on the ground, like squatting, wringing the neck of a mouse, or like of a large rat, and then just like tosses it to the ground and then stands back up and proceeds to do what they were doing. Ragaire, you were overcome with bloodlust when you saw this rat.
It had to die.
Yeah, you felt so good when it died.
Yeah. And is my wound bigger now?
It's like a pleasurable ache. It's not bigger.
Okay.
Okay,
Like,
good. Everything's fine.
I
Ragaire?
like toss my hair and I'm like, ugh, feels so relaxed.
Ragaire's glowing. They've never looked better.
Do you need a job change to rat catcher or something?
Honestly, I might think about it. That was the most relaxing thing I've done in years.
Okay. Well, I'm
Need me
almost
kill
impressed
something?
you even found a rat in the first place. But no, I don't need you to kill anything. And I think we have other things to focus on than murdering small animals.
It was a rather large animal.
A large, small animal.
There you go.
I'm like, "Ugh, you're right, Ada.
Ada's
I'll
actually concerned
focus."
about these wolves, so she is gonna go post up by that door.
Post up.
Okay. The door is closed, I assume.
I guess we tried to close it if the wind's not banging it open again.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
I
you
feel
can
like our
still-
best defense against wolves is just standing near spring. It's worked so far.
Yeah, but Ada also wants to see the wolves because she's encountered wolves before, so she wants to know if these are like normal wolves, dire wolves, ice wolves. Who knows?
Okay. So after you encounter the execution of that rat, you go post up at the door. It's closed. It was just blown open, but you're still able to close it and latch it. Once you guys get in there, you can still hear the wind on the other side. Make a perception check. We'll say 3.
Okay. Oops. Come on, roll 20. What you doing? There we go.
Nice. Yeah. So you're just sort of listening to the wind and the howls. Um, Sometimes you think you can hear them coming closer, and you like go to look outside, and there's nothing. And then you hear like sniffing, like unmistakable, like pawing at the door and like sniffing on the other side. Not like they're actively trying to get in, but like they're investigating the door. And it sounds like a large animal is doing that.
Ada will just be very still. But kind of like slowly raise her hammer in
Mhm.
case she needs it quickly.
You're inside the
Prepared.
building, correct?
I'm inside.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That is outside the building.
But maybe she can see like shadows underneath the door, like a little bit or something too. So she's kind of like waiting and ready, but she doesn't want to attract more attention.
Okay. Doesn't It's sort of investigating it, stays for like a minute or two, and then gone, and you just hear the howling of the wind again.
Okay.
Ragaire's hand grabs Ada from the
Well, she jumps and like turns around, whirls around, and she's like, "Ragaire, there are wolves. There's something
are?
out there."
Great. That is great news.
That's not great news. What?
If there are wolves, that means I can kill them.
Or they can kill you. It goes both ways.
Semantics.
A
No,
glorious death shall be had either
reality.
way.
Well, I'm assuming they're following us. I can kill them at any time. We should go on to Hochen.
Did you find anything?
Nope. But Hazel told me
Classic. I
that
hate this library.
Hazel told me that
Literally
her and brother
worthless.
already have a book. So I might take a look at
Yes, the book. Does the book exist here?
Roll a d6.
Oh.
Nope.
It doesn't. You guys have a copy of the book, though, right?
Oh, I guess so.
I think so, yeah.
You do have a copy
If
of
it
the
came
book.
with them.
Mhm.
I thought that's what the question was going to be. Was
No.
does the book exist outside of the lake?
Is
You
it
find
waterlogged?
Dewey Decimal System where it should be, but it might have been checked out because it's not there.
It's a pretty popular book, actually.
Somebody
Yeah.
thought of this already. Yeah.
Hot commodity.
Okay, on to Hochen.
Oh,
Ada, when you go outside, you do notice paw prints. Like it wasn't just noises. There was a creature out here.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I tell Ragaire and Godzamir at least to be extra careful. Ring does seem to be protecting us, but you never know if they might break through or get brave enough. I'm not sure what's stopping them.
I'll let you roll a d6.
You'll let me?
Yeah,
What a
everyone has to roll a
kindness.
d6.
What is this D6 about?
I'll tell you.
Whoa.
Yes, you do notice this. You only find front paw prints.
Oh, so they're werewolves.
That's not usually
Doing
how werewolves.
Is
handstands.
that doing handstands?
You find a troop of
Obviously.
acrobatic werewolves. You hear clown noises honking in the distance.
They're clown werewolves.
It's Cirque
It's
du
a
Werewolf.
circus. Cirque du Werewolf. My greatest fear ever since I was a child. Okay.
I
That
don't
means
like that.
nothing to me.
I don't like it though.
Are they part sleigh, part werewolf, part wolf?
I imagine they're probably just part wind, part wolf or something.
That
like
doesn't
that.
make any sense.
None of this makes any sense. Have you been to Yuzon?
Acrobatic werewolves make more sense than that.
Obviously.
Well, let's get to Hoken and hopefully we won't have to worry about it.
Okay. Okay. You make it to Hoken. And as you approach the town, you notice figures sort of sitting outside the town a
No,
ways.
I don't
Not a
like that.
ways.
No.
Like maybe like 10 feet past the last building.
Mm.
And you notice they're very regular placed around. Like you can see them going that way around town. You can see them going that way around town. And it's a little too far to make out exactly what it is, but you see that.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Seen and heard.
Yeah.
Continue to walk closer to town.
Yeah.
You see, Brother Wirt, you start to recognize these people. They are the abbey folk are sort of like sitting in a meditative stance around the town. They all like have like incense burning in front of them, and as you approach, you can hear them like praying and meditating. And they all seem to be like once you get close, you can see like they are through town. And you can see some of them on the other side of the town too. They're probably like I don't know 100 feet from you between each other. So there's the couple of them, maybe like 20, no, maybe like 15 people would be able to circle Hoken with that spacing.
Okay. And
The
they're
closest one is Brother Wayne. of
and
course.
he certainly
course.
seems alive, chanting and
Yes.
incense burning. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Great. We go right on up there.
Brother Wirt, please do not disrupt me.
What a good
The
chant.
lady's blessings be with you. Leave. I mean, I can only imagine they're doing something to protect the town itself. Is the interior of their pentadecagon?
It is nothing like what was spring. Like the blizzard is inside and outside.
Mhm.
There's no discernible difference of what they're doing.
But they're all fine.
Yes, they're cold. There's some of them are shivering. They seem to be bundled up, and you can see like plates around them and like cups around them that are empty.
People have been bringing them food and drink and. Okay.
Brother Wirt.
I'm gonna observe Wayne for a good 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Right? And I express this plan to the group. I'm gonna tag team out Wayne and take over what he's doing after that, once I've figured out what's going on, and tell him, Wayne, explain to everybody what the fuck's going on. Because I don't care for this.
He's doing the equivalent of like saying 10 Hail Marys and then a Glory Be and then just repeating it. Like he's essentially doing the rosary. Just like a protective, like nothing fancy. Like it just looks like he's praying and meditating.
Okay.
You switch him out.
Tag him out.
He sighs.
Is now sitting on the ground, trying to be a little bit more.
Oh, there's a blanket.
Team,
there's a
team,
blanket.
We got this.
No, they can't hear you. They're so far away.
Okay.
Okay. Brother Wayne's now released from duty.
Brother Wayne, what were you doing?
Brother Wayne, have you seen
Hmm.
Woosel Wharf?
Yes, Russell Wharf is here in town.
Okay, good.
How are you, Beatrice?
I'm good.
Good. It would be a shame if anything were to happen to you.
Brother Wayne,
Yes.
what's happening? Why did you leave the Abbey?
Why did we leave the Abbey? What a great and prudent question. Willow had a premonition of a storm, and she was insistent on us leaving our comfortable and spacious Abbey to come to this hovel of a town so we could protect them. Yay.
You're such a gracious soul.
Anyway,
Uh,
we've been doing this for days now, and there's been no difference. The storm, I guess, was here and real, but it doesn't seem to be affecting it. So I say we pack up and go back to our home.
Have you seen any wolves?
Yeah, I was
No?
about to say,
So that's
if no
good.
one's been mauled by wolves, then you're
Why would
actually
we see
doing something.
wolves?
There's half wolf, half. Well, there's
There's a
acrobatic
circus in
werewolves.
town, and it's the kind you don't want to mess with.
Hmm.
Anyways, where's Willow?
Where's
He's
Woosel
in.
Wharf?
Woosel Wharf
Why do
is
we need
with
Woosel Wharf?
Willow.
Perfect. Where are they?
They're at the Welch house.
Oh, God.
Perfect.
Classic. Everybody right where we need them.
Okay, tag back in. Ada pushes Wayne down and grabs Wirt and lifts you up and out.
All right.
Good job, champ.
Okay,
We're going
as
right
you
to the
tag
source
team
of this
out, you
situation.
head off to the source. We're gonna call it there for the night.
Perfect.
As
Oh
you
my
guys
goodness.
go to confront all of the people. Martine needs one more
Woosel
night of
Wharf,
peace.
Martine, and Willow.
The big three.
Whistleworth, Willow, and the Woached. All
There
three
you
go.
W's in
Three
one
There
W's.
you
place.
go. Good job,
So
Sean.
WWW.
holy.
Next session will be called www.
No, isn't it
What the
Worldwide
heck
Wrestling?
.com?
It's gonna be
World
WW.
Wrestling Federation.
Well, we gotta make a wrestling reference.
I think
Because they're
someone's
about
going
to
to.
get bodied by
Yeah.
Hazel and potentially Ada.
Hey, we'll pick up next week when the group's coming in hot.
Not next week.
Next time.
Next time. Because what's happening next week, Sarah?
Oh my gosh, things from the flood. Where did we leave off? Somebody's mom has not gone away. In fact, she's here and she's floating.
Oh, the jet silo.
She's floating inside of her space silo.
I forgot about that.
It
How
slipped
could
my
I
mind.
forget?
Perfect. Well, that'll be next week. We are looking forward to figuring out how my mom bends space time to meet her office building silo. And I'm dying. End of sentence. Okay.
Truly.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. We will do Artha off screen as always, so they can fight me and make me cry. And then we'll be back next week. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.